Mr.
Mr. Streamer.
To be fair, Crisis Core, that's a whole bunch of nonsense. But yeah, tonight we're going to do some voice acting, and y'all are just in time. I'll give you the absolute rundown, and I will introduce these tremendously witty people, I do assume. But yeah, it's going to be some more of this. All right, time for some absolute takes. Don't know if they're good or bad. Ah, all right. Whose character am I assassinating first?
What? Why you gotta do all that?
What do you mean? How do you mean?
Assassinate?
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's your stream. Do what you do.
Which is not much. Anyway.
From ice cream?
Speaking of doing, it's Lania. It's like Mad Libs. I gave you the verb, you pick the noun.
Eating Parmesan ice cream?
It's actually not as bad as you think it is, so joke's on you.
No, I thought it would be great.
Uh-huh, sure. What?
Okay.
Like pulling yourself up like by your bootstraps, great? Like, I don't know,
cheese.
giving unintelligent people supreme executive power, great?
I love cheese, man. I just love cheese.
Where everybody knows your name.
That's Cheers, but
That's
close enough.
cheers, not cheese.
Anyway, how are runs
Anyways.
tonight, Surly?
So
Hopefully
no one
it
told
went
you life was gonna be this way.
Oh wow. Your job's a joke, you broke.
Life's steal. Anyway, I am Lonnie Ikea. I occasionally actually stream. It's been way too hot around my rig to stream the last week or so. But I'm finishing up Star Ocean so that I can start a voice-acted playthrough of Atelier Ryza 3. Please look forward to it, team. Also, Dawn Trail. That's all.
Introducing the original Florida man, who is also smart enough to know that if you put a fan under your desk, it makes streaming much easier. Little Sharky.
I mean, that's probably true.
You know, I had something clever, and after that, I just completely lost track of it. So yes, I am the first and only native Florida man. Everyone else came from somewhere else. I stream occasionally. I do RPGs, Metroidvanias, anime games. And yeah, I mostly have a face for radio, so I'm here to have a good time. Should be a blast.
He's a liar.
Until the end.
No, you.
I feel you. 15's been just fighting the shit out of me, too, especially on the back
See
end.
how easy it was to win that argument?
Congratulations on your success.
Congratulations.
I'll be here till 12:30. Try the veal.
Alright. Like Florida Man, but the Pacific Northwest version. It's Chris Reese.
Hi, I'm Chris Reese. I have bad takes about Final Fantasy XIV because I've been playing it way too fucking long.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough.
That's not a hot take. That's just a fact.
Voted most likely to have to eat the rest of the Parmesan ice cream in my freezer, it's Oni Heart.
You're gonna have to pay me to do that because
I ain't paying you shit. Shut the fuck up.
I don't even like cheese normally.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I've been here for 5 years, and I can confirm he doesn't pay at all.
You're not wrong. I mean, I pay well, but not that one.
Let's see. Yeah, it's me, Onihard. I am still secretly working on the next model, and it is nearing completion on the art portion. So that will soon be ready to be shown. Maybe next month.
Do you count working on as you just like open the drawing program and just let it run in the background, or?
I feel attacked.
No, I've been slowly but surely painting on all the details because I'm painting it and not cell shading it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that fucking takes time. Trust. That I do.
Aside from that,
Hey, you Brad.
play Omega Strikers, I guess.
Play Omega Strikers. And last but not least, it's Shy. There we go.
Hi. Well, I mean, yeah, 'tis me. I am Shy. I am a ninja girl. I play video games. I stream video games. I star opposite the wonderful Banui over there. Recently I've been doing some Final Fantasy 14. Mostly running out of stuff to do in the 2-point patch cycle. Mostly showing off relic weapons. I'm at the step where you have to grind the 9 books, and then I just have Bahamut and Crystal Tower to do, and then all I really have to do is So that's fun, but I also like to play Stardew Valley and Battle Chef Brigade and other things that I should probably be getting back to sometime. But like Klon said,
Flippies.
don't trail.
So much backlog, so little time.
Chemtrails.
No.
Happy Trail?
Snail trails?
No.
Wait, Oni, do we have to explain what snail trails are to you?
We can keep moving now. We're on to voice acting now.
Why you okay, buddy? Anything you want to talk about?
No.
All right. Anyway, as we it's
No to
time.
both. Are you okay? And do you want to talk about it?
It's a fucking mood, is what that is.
Yeah, it is.
Listen. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. It's kind of
No,
is
I'm
what
just
it
saying
is.
I empathize with him. It's
Yeah.
been a fucking
Yeah.
rough week.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Rough week. It's fucking Monday.
The last 7 days.
7 days.
Although, I would say, it can definitely be a rough day.
True. 7 days remain. Anyway, back into it. Well, that completely undermines one of the most fundamental premises on which this entire case has been built.
What?
I'm trying to remember which one of us was the judge last time.
It was either you or Shy. I think it was you.
It was you.
Alright. Order! But counsel. The watch was stopped at almost exactly 5 o'clock.
Yeah, which is just when we heard that gunshot.
It is. Leave the hour.
The time that was showing on the watch tells us nothing other than when it wound down. It's merely a coincidence that it happened to be at 5 o'clock.
Even if that's true, the 3 witnesses here all heard the gunshot at 5 o'clock. So that's obviously when the crime was committed.
No, that doesn't hold.
Why not?
Recall what Inspector Lestrade said only moments ago.
The boss used to line up every evening without fail. Where he was waiting for his club to come at the pub. wordy fuck there. Sunny ain't missed a day in the last 10 years. Polishing it.
Yeah, polishing it.
Meant the world to him. Not did.
The victim was in the habit of winding his watch once a day, in the evening. We can reasonably assume, therefore, that he wound the timepiece on the evening before he died as well.
Yes, that would be entirely reasonable.
But, if that's the case, you wouldn't expect the watch to have completely wound down by 5 o'clock the following day. Duh, obviously. In summary, the evening before the day of the incident, when the gunshot rang out in that room, the inspector was already unable to wind his watch.
You can't mean.
What would stop a man winding his watch if he's been in the habit of winding it every single evening for 10 years?
Good sex.
Rigor mortis.
A pint down the pub.
A pint down the pub is when he wound it.
It was a really good pint.
Oh, fair.
True. A really good Nier Automata speedrun. Anyway, the obvious answer is that he was already dead.
I hear this only lasts 8.5 minutes.
It's longer if you get out of the prologue.
It's about double what I've heard you last.
Fair and
The condom that I use for my
Order!
Magnum Dom.
Counsel, that was a most extraordinary
I'm outta here.
burn.
Objection.
Extraordinary isn't the word. It's absurd.
Is it?
You claim he was already dead the night before? Do you really think that Scotland Yard's coroner would have overlooked something like that?
I mean, maybe not if we hadn't just sent her to prison.
Well,
On that subject, there's something rather surprising. There's actually an omission in the coroner's report.
oh gee, who did it? Dr. Scythe?
No, she's in jail.
Doesn't mean she didn't muck this one up.
The time of death is not noted.
That's right.
Wham! You're forgetting that my leg went from the me when I kicked the door in. I don't know what that has to do with the time.
What does that mean?
Like I said, I planted my head in dirty, great puddle of blood. Hand dirty blood.
Yes. So the victim's blood hadn't dried. It was fresh.
He catches on gun.
Objection.
But that blood could be explained in any number of ways. It could have been put there afterwards. Some fresh blood could have been poured over the victim's body before.
Does my learned friend think that fresh blood is available on every street corner?
Do you pick up the learned friend thing?
I feel like it might be. Where's the closest butcher?
Well, it needn't necessarily have been human blood, of course.
Am I gonna call this shit?
We've been told previously that Scotland Yard has no way to identify blood as human.
Yeah, what up, Dabs? How you doing, bro?
Problem is currently being researched. At present, you are correct. It is beyond our sensibilities.
So then, a chicken's blood could have been used, for example.
It's certainly a possibility that wasn't the inspector's blood at all.
Nobody makes me
Objection.
bleed my own blood.
But the gunshot was heard at 5 o'clock that afternoon. That's beyond question.
Is it, though?
What?
Well, given that the time of death of the victim has already been called into question, it isn't beyond the realms of possibility that these witnesses heard wasn't a gunshot at all.
Oh, please. What are you trying to say?
I know what we heard, and it was remote came from that there.
Is this
That was you, Sharky.
It
Sure.
was. Does anybody not have a roll right now?
I don't.
I'm just trying to
No.
make sure I'm not doubling up if we're missing somebody.
Everybody has a roll.
Okay.
All right, fine. Now, you listen to me. A street seller's ears are his livelihood. Well, I don't doubt your ears, sir. But all you can state with certainty is that you heard a noise.
Explain yourself then, Counsel.
A noise that sounds like a gunshot could have been made with...
An armband.
my gun!
I mean, you're not wrong.
This gun sounds like a gun.
We're playing gunshot or fireworks.
We're
playing gunshot or
actually
fireworks.
literally playing gunshot or fireworks right now.
Thanks, I hate it.
Oh, I mean, I live in Philly, you live in Florida. It's like the same place sometimes.
It's always guns here.
Oh, Jesus. It's sometimes guns here. It's also... Okay, I'll be honest. It's gunshot, firework, or Honda backfiring. Take your pick. Nobody knows. Well, a noise that sounds like a gunshot could have been made with...
Take that!
Well, the culprit could have used something like this, for example.
Really? A demonstration is in order then, I feel. We've not seen any of those explode yet today.
Hooray, fireworks! What?
Yes, please. Show the court how you could use that to create a noise like a gunshot.
Ah. This is the you have chosen poorly, I think.
We're waiting, Counsel.
What?
It looks like you've been making a lot of noise yourself, Mr. Naruhodo.
Kazuma's got a devastating way with words in English, too.
I realize it may be difficult to retract what you said and present some different evidence, but perhaps you could be less stupid next time.
Yeah. Well, that's because I'm convinced there is some evidence that could produce a similar noise.
Explain yourself then, Counsel.
This is like one of those stupid ones where I have to look at it first. Really?
Ugh. Have you an idea, Mr. Naruhodo? You're staring at the end of a string of fireworks.
Sorry, it's just that it's the Venus special. I was wondering what 600 pence worth of fireworks would sound like.
Shall we find out?
What? But she said it could blow up the courtroom. All right, that was a fairly sizable bang.
My ears are still ringing, Mr. Naruhodo.
It sounded almost exactly like... Okay, now I can show them that it's a gunshot.
That's
I
silly.
like that apparently Naruhodo is too stupid to realize that you have to light fire.
I'm gonna historically call bullshit because of proximity of Japan and China.
Yeah!
Well, something like this. The culprit could have set off one of these to fake a gunshot.
Good gracious, the very fireworks that are sold by the witness.
Yeah, oh, good thing everyone in the courtroom didn't hear us testing out that firework. Jesus fuck.
No, hold on a minute. Are you saying I did it?
Yes.
My pretty little firecrackers only make a little pop anyway. See?
I'm afraid not, Miss Fishbone. Not 100 of them together. The Venus special that you sell for 600 pennies sounds like this. Bang! As the court can now attest, it sounds very much like a gunshot, in fact.
You're trying to suggest that somebody set one of those fireworks off at the scene?
I'm suggesting that somebody knew the defendant was in the room at 5 that day and sought to implicate him by creating a sound like a gunshot for these peddlers on Fresno Street to hear.
Objection!
But even the accused himself has testified that he saw no one else in the room at the time. Whether it was a gun or a firecracker, the only person present to cause that bang was Barack von Zeus.
Yeah, you trying to bang with Barack? Banging with Barack?
What was to imagine my firecrackers go pop? See? That's why people like them.
I fear for your fingers, young lady.
Objection!
Ayo?
Theo? Recently, during my time here in Britain, I've learned of a very useful invention indeed. Something called a time bomb.
Good heavens. A bomb?
Yeah, a device that allows you to blow up whatever you like, whenever you like.
Mr. Naruhodo, I worry that your unfortunate phrasing there may lead to yet another international incident.
Oh, no, wait, it's the whenever you like part that's important.
A timed device?
Yeah, exactly, a timed device. Something of that nature could have been planted at the scene. A device that was able to produce the sound of a gunshot long after the culprit had left.
Your extravagant claim will have to be substantiated with evidence, counsel. What proof do you have to suggest in any way that a time device was employed to create the gunshot sound?
Got to look at this first. I already looked at it. Bam, right there.
Take that!
As the court has already discussed, the tip of one of these candles in this candelabrum has been blown off.
Indeed, because it was struck by the bullet which presumably passed through the victim.
I don't think that's possible, my lord.
Not possible. Why?
Because I said so, you stupid dick.
Oh.
Because of the scorching. Just kidding, I love you, Kazuma. There are gunpowder scorch marks clearly visible on the broken candle.
There are? Goodness, yes. But is it not the case?
Is what not the case? We have to spoon feed you evidence constantly. It's like you don't have eyes or ears.
I'm old.
Yeah, well, what's Kazuma's excuse?
Elephantitis of the genitals.
I've got bursitis. So blowing a horn. So what? You blow horns on a golf course? Yeah, it helps.
But there was also scorching on the victim around the bullet entry.
Yeah, that's right. There was. But as we heard earlier, scorching like that only occurs when the target is at very close range, a matter of centimeters from the gun.
Ah!
Which means that the scorching on the candle can't possibly be the result of a gunshot.
You're suggesting it came from the fireworks?
How can that be, eh?
The fact that there's such visible scorching on the candle suggests that the fireworks must have been right next to it when they exploded. By the way, factually, the earliest suggested alarm clock was actually large nails driven into candles. You can calculate how long it takes for the candle to burn down to loose the nail. Drops onto the hard floor. Boom, alarm clock.
That makes a lot of sense.
Doesn't it?
And then when you get out of bed all groggy, you step on the nails.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Well, yeah, it's not perfect.
No, it sounds about right. Or, to put it in another way, the candle and firecrackers were joined together. The culprit somehow attached the fireworks at a point partway down the candle. After the killer had left the scene, the candle slowly burnt down along with the other two, until eventually it ignited the fuse of the firecrackers, generating a loud bang! Absolutely nailed.
Ellipses.
And that is how these three witnesses came to believe they heard a gunshot at 5 o'clock.
Well, what a, plot. And this implies that the victim could have died earlier than we've been led to believe. The previous day, even.
No, just hold your horse. All those light ears saw the victim going into the building, remember?
I couldn't forget that flame-colored hair, even if I wanted to. Well, the person you saw entering the building wasn't the victim at all. Consider this. Obviously, anybody can wear a wig. So the person that these witnesses saw entering the building 15 minutes before the incident occurred could easily have been someone else entirely, wearing the red hairpiece.
Someone else? Do you mean to say?
It was the same person who contrived the firecracker trick. In other words, Inspector Gregson's killer.
Huh. Very impressive, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Kazuma?
I'm really quite amazed you've come this far. But after all, wasn't I the one who told you?
Do only shooting stars break the mold?
That you had all the makings of a great defense lawyer?
Are you coming on to me?
Not in your life.
That's what the
Can
bullshit is
you?
for.
No.
This is bullshit.
I also noted the lack of a time and death of this report, a stark omission. But as far as I'm concerned, this whole country's justice system leaves a lot to be desired.
Yo, why my man?
Who is doing this murmuring?
Order!
There's no one in the courtroom.
Prosecutor Sogi. What on earth do you mean by that statement?
I heard that many of the leading members of Britain's judiciary are present to observe this trial today,
Oh, that's
There we go.
so we cannot allow even the slightest doubt to be overlooked.
Ah!
The defense's assertion about the time of death based on the victim's stopped watch is just conjecture. But, while the possibility exists that my learned friend may be correct, we have a duty to explore it.
Well, certainly.
And what immediately comes to mind is, of course,
Thunderdome.
Trial by combat.
what was Inspector Gregson doing and where did he go on the day before the incident?
Do you know?
Not a clue. The inspector always carried out his investigative work alone.
Wow, so thankful, Cosma. You're so awesome.
His movements were treated as confidential within Scotland Yard.
I mean, Gina's right here. Even within the yard.
However,
don't mind me. I'm robbing them.
considering the evidence we've been presented with so far, I'd say it's fairly apparent that the case the man was pursuing, wouldn't you, my learned friend?
I do have a feeling about what Casey might have been investigating.
Yeah, I agree. Surely. My lord. The defense believes it can explain to the court the case that was being investigated by Inspector Gregson at the time of his death.
Very well, counsel. Present your argument to the court. What evidence is suggestive of the case being investigated by the inspector on the day prior to the incident?
Take that!
I believe this red hairpiece points to the real answer. We might assume it was part of a disguise used to carry out an undercover investigation.
Surely not. Such a brightly colored hairpiece would only serve to make the inspector more conspicuous.
Yeah, that's quite true. It would definitely have made him stand out in a crowd. Except, that is, in a crowd of gentlemen from the Red-Headed League.
The Ginger League?
So, you'd already worked it out.
Now work it out!
What on earth is this all about? Is this a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
The Red-Headed League is currently under investigation for a grand deception.
A deception of what nature, counsel?
They've been targeting red-haired men across all London and tricking them out of a small sums of money. 2 men were arrested for this misdemeanor only yesterday, in fact.
Damn! My lord! The defense calls for those 2 men to be summoned at once.
2 redheads?
Yeah, in white thongs.
Oh my.
Shout outs to my old boss.
I object to this on account I find it highly arousing.
You
Inspector.
get Eris a white.
What?
I mean, you get Eris a white thong now. Thank you, Kios.
Oh, yeah. Shoutouts to Horsecock. Anyway, Inspector Gregson... Inspector Gregson clearly infiltrated the Red-Headed League using this hairpiece. So it's very likely that he had direct contact with these criminals. And it's quite possible that such contact led to more serious events. Hey, Cosma. Yeah.
I concur that we cannot in good conscience leave this new avenue unexplored.
Whee!
Well done, Mr. Naruhodo.
Well, it's another possible line of inquiry for us at least.
The prosecution will make immediate arrangements for the charged men to appear. Bring these two red-headed stepchildren before me, Prosecutor Sogi.
Uh-oh. He's taking off his belt.
At once, my lord.
Remember, Sharky, if you want kids beat, you gotta do it yourself.
Very good. We will have a 30-minute recess. Court is about to be spanked.
Anyone need a break or anything?
I am Gucci.
Gucci Mane.
No more than like 30 seconds.
I'm good.
Sharky needs 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a drink and come right back, so don't wait for me.
Alright, I'm gonna go bleed the lizard.
Grab a drink.
That's terrifying.
Bleed the lizard, though.
See a man about a horse.
I'm actually seeing a horse about a horse at the moment. I'm letting her know about the white thong thing. Anyway.
I don't think horse cocks fit in a thong very well.
I hate it here.
Hello there. Are we all still gone, or did I somehow never come back?
Right-ho! Has Sharky returned?
By Jove, he has.
2nd November, 12:33 p.m. The Old Bailey, Defendant's Antechamber.
Oh, I think Lon is still.
Oops.
Having a moment.
Having a good time.
Having a good time. Like finger blasting Lady Godiva.
Wait, what?
She says, "Go ahead."
I mean, it's her line.
Yeah.
Gina's right here.
Oh, there you are, Odo.
What kept you, my dear fellow?
Well, hello, Mr. Sholmes. Gina? You sure about what you said in there? That the boss, you know, actually died the day before? It's pretty hard to swallow.
I'm back.
Yes, I
Hooray.
was shocked by that revelation too, Gina.
As was I. Possibly more shocked than both of you.
It's not a competition, Mr. Sholmes. But I was more shocked than all of you put together. Speaking of shocked, I heard something interesting. Does anyone know what Crush Crush is?
Heard
Is
of
that
it?
the thing that happens with watermelons and muscular women?
No.
It's 2/3 of that Paramore song.
Oh, no. There was somewhere a joke about the game is designed to only be played with one hand, and that joke has been living rent-free in my head for about a week.
It's okay. I too am designed to be played with only one hand.
That's just poor sportsmanship.
Ooh.
Oni, say it with me. You gotta cup the balls.
What?
See, I mean, that's what. Look at his face right now. That's what happens when you cup the balls. Oh. It's like ancient Chinese secret.
Did cut the balls?
No, don't cuck. You know what? I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum. Let's chalk it up to bad hearing.
We have a yum broker and a yum breaker here.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Yes.
Eris is here?
No, that's
Is
Eris
the
von
odd-
Horsecock.
If that would be the Yum Breaker.
Well, I mean, it depends. Some people are size queens. Speaking of, hi, Hoot Boot.
This is the autopsy report in question, is it?
Yeah, it's strange that there's no time of death noted. I suppose there's a simple explanation. Or perhaps it was a deliberate omission.
Oh dear, if that was deliberate. It puts me in the mind of the last case we worked on. And Dr. Scythe.
Yeah, I know. I thought that earlier too. I know. Anyway, it seems that on the day before Lord Van Zeeks discovered his body, Inspector Gregson was investigating the Red-Headed League. So perhaps something happened with them. Come to think of it, you had trouble with those League men too, didn't you, Mr. Sholmes? You were taken in by their trick.
No, no, no. Naturally, I wasn't taken in, as you put it. My sleuth-hound interest was merely piqued slightly by a rare scent of weekly £4 income.
And that scent masked the underlying scent of deception, I suppose?
The two criminals in question are the repair we saw being arrested yesterday, aren't they? In Mr. Sholmes' suite, under false pretenses, I mean.
That's right! Those pretenses were totally bogus! And... thanks to a tip-off by a good law-abiding jackass!
Every day, shut the fuck up Friday.
Indeed. Yours truly.
So it's going to be that pair in the witness stand next, is it? Something doesn't quite make sense to me, though. The day before Inspector Gregson was found, you hadn't had trouble with the Red-Headed League yet, had you? Why would the inspector have been investigating them?
Well, the likely explanation would be that Gregson's own sleuth-hound interest was piqued by the rare scent of a weekly £4 income.
Don't tar him with the same brush as you, Sean!
Yeah, well... Then there's the whole issue of Inspector Gregson being investigated by Lord Van Zeeks for some reason.
The Reaper, the Red-Headed League, Inspector Gregson, and Lord Van Zeeks.
And Kazuma. I feel as though he knew we'd arrive at this point somehow.
Gosh, I think you're right. It's almost as if he said that directly.
Oh gosh! What's he really trying to achieve here today?
All the answers will soon be revealed. Observe the time, my dear fellow. This recess will be over very shortly.
Yeah, you're right. Cosmo was determined that he should be the one to prosecute this trial. And he was determined that I should take the defense. Just what is it he's hoping to make me see, I wonder? I get the feeling we're a long way from the end of this trial yet. Are you ready then, Mr. Sato?
Yes.
Back in November, 1 p.m., the Old Bailey courtroom.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session again. We resume the closed court hearing of Barack Van Zeeks, here present, who stands accused of murder. Now then, Prosecutor Asadgi,
My lord?
have you summoned the witness as requested?
Yes. The two members of the Red-Headed League who planned and carried out the deception. They arrived not long ago from the local prison by police carriage.
Very good. Bailiff, usher the two men into the courtroom.
Oh, those are very red-headed children.
These two men are currently being held by the police on suspicion of attempted extortion.
What, extorting fucking pasta sauce?
You may omit your occupations, but state your names now for the court.
Bold of you to assume they're old enough to have jobs.
I am Fabian Davis, a descendant of the great Rousseau family from Nice. From I think this was Shy.
Shy, you're Peppino de Rossi!
And my name is Peppino de Rossi. I am the third son of the great family of De Rossi, the landowners from Napoli.
Where did the pasta go?
Don't ask.
It's dead, Jim.
Is it stuck to the fucking ceiling?
It'll drop back down to eat.
Nothing like floor spaghetti.
Ugh.
The
The two men first became acquainted at a boarding school for European nobility.
Those who graduate from NC are the future leaders of Europe. But do you have any idea how boring it is to be born with no blood? Alors, I make it my mission to get the better of the world by employing the little gray cells of my brain. that is all I am trying to do.
So, that's the only reason for this whole grand deception you've been carrying out?
Oui. You could say that.
Not bad, huh?
Speaking of playing a video game one-handed. Hand check.
You have the grand ideals, but the petty plans. This strange combination is the charm of the hilarious brothers. The couple.
Shut the fuck up.
These men definitely fuck each other.
Oh god, yeah. Listen to me, Peppy. I have two things to say to you.
Jay, are you about to tell me one of your gun anecdotes? Viva!
Firstly, I want you to stop calling me this couple. And secondly, we are not the hilarious brothers. This is serious business.
Bella, there it is, the capo Picard, the furrowed brow. It is deep, huh, capo? The furrow and the meaning of your words.
The court has been led to believe that under the banner of the Red-Headed League, you have conspired to swindle money from unsuspecting members of the public. Is this true?
Oui, c'est ça.
And what exactly was the nature of this deception by which you plan to defraud?
Alors, I'll explain.
No, capo, leave it to me. As you see, we both have the vivid red hair, no? At school, we were teased for this without pity. The capo here, he was many times behind the schoolhouse, crying like the Trevi fountain.
Shut the fuck up.
Those dogs, one day the world will respect us redheads.
I have killed before and I will kill again.
Every night he would bury his head in his pillow and...
C'est bien, Peppino, enough. I will explain the rest. The first step was the newspaper advertisement. About 1 week before the plan was put in operation, we listed the same notice in every paper in London.
Yeah, we saw that notice. It was this one, I believe, entitled To the Red-Headed League.
Oui, c'est ça. I am honored that you have seen it.
It's ça.
C'est ça.
It's French.
It's
doesn't
been a very
fucking
long time
matter.
since I took French.
It's okay. I got you.
Dang.
Sis nuts.
He's not gonna have us anymore if we just turn all French into dick jokes.
Hen's gonna get so mad. But-
C'est cock.
I
That he
mean,
missed it.
yeah. I mean, what's he gonna? He's not gonna fight about it. Fucking cheese-eating surrender monkey. It states that the only condition for joining the league is having flame-colored hair. And that if you satisfy the interview panel and are admitted into the league, you can receive a weekly income of £4.
Satisfy the income panel?
On the date specified, red-headed hopefuls gathered in the roves at the park specified in the advertisement. And from each person present, this pair took an application fee of 5 shillings.
And with the money to France. It was a plan most elegant, no?
No, it was most dishonorable, idiot. But to be frank, I'm stunned by anybody foolish enough to be taken by such an obvious trick.
The park was described by one witness as choked up with red-headed folk, like a Coster's orange barrow.
And not a soul to be seen.
The gingers, they have no soul, yeah?
True!
And the day on which all these men gathered to apply was the day before the victim was discovered.
Gotta run. Gotta run.
Crucially, these two men spoke face to face with every single person present that day.
Oui. I have seen more red-headed people in days than I will see in the rest of my life.
See, and every time I see the Caposaire, I feel sick to my stomach.
Anyway, why have we been summoned here today other than all the crimes I just confessed?
Yeah, right, idiot. I'm sorry?
The date for our trial was not until tomorrow, I was told.
Naturally, neither of these men have been told any details about this trial. They've only been shown this photograph, and they did laugh.
Every time.
Very good. Every time I look, it makes me laugh. So, Mr. De Rocio and Mr. De Rossi, you will now give your formal testimony for the court. On the subject of the gentleman pictured in this photograph.
And before it's, I don't know him. I don't know him either.
We have never met.
All right.
Of course, we are always ready to help with the law.
About.
Press X to doubt?
I believe there's still riots going on in Paris, but okay.
I mean, you know.
As they should. The man in the photograph.
We had more than 1,000 redhead people assemble in the park on Lime Street that day.
I don't recall the man in this photograph. Capo.
None, I do not remember him. Obviously, he is dead now, but I assure you, he was not in the park.
Sure, the victim has nothing to do with us.
You have a lot to answer for, Pep. It is your fault that we got caught in the first.
You've given sworn testimony that this man in the photograph was not present. Can you be certain?
Oui. I am quite certain. We did not interview this man.
Nobody looking like this came to the park. The second promise.
It must be noted that you have been arrested for a grand deception, however. Accordingly, this court has full confidence in your assurances.
I mean, at this point, probably.
Papa, with this attitude, we get to know her, huh?
He's really a sulking now.
You have way too much fun with that.
This confidential document was obtained directly from Scotland Yard. It records an entry from the inspector's private diary dated the day before the incident. It reads, Lime Street, Red-Headed League, undercover.
I have the answer, and I was not muted. Maybe there was another similar event in the park on the day in question, huh?
That is ridiculous. You are a dip.
There's no question that Inspector Gregson was investigating the Red-Headed League, which means it's quite possible that when he was killed.
Very well. The defense may proceed with the cross-examination now.
Ah, yes, my lord. The man in the photograph.
Oh, he had more than 1,000 red-headed people assembling the park on Lime Street that day.
Oh, that's the wrong button. Shut up, DeRossi.
Hold it!
1,000 people? Sorry, the kitten was like scratching her neck and it was just spinning her collar around and she couldn't figure out what was going on, so she just kept scratching and it just kept spinning. Fucking hilarious. Anyway, 1,000 people? That's a very big crowd.
It was quite a spectacle. Redheads had come from all over the capital.
See, the couple here, he has the magnetism animal, yeah? Nobody else could attract so many people. If I could be born again, I would be the couple.
All those people want is the money, Pepin. The £4 per week.
Are you suggesting that you personally spoke with all 1,000 applicants?
Oui, that we did. Because every one of them paid us 5 shillings.
We take their names and we take their money and we take their addresses as well. Then I tell them we take some days to let them know by a poster. Infinito. Maybe 2 minutes a person. We start early in the morning and we stop late in the night.
So you earned 5,000 shillings in one day? That's a small fortune.
Who'd have thought there were 1,000 such gullible redheads in London to start with?
One of whom was a great detective with chemically altered hair.
But I don't recall the man in this photograph.
Hold it!
He doesn't look at all familiar?
No, I don't think so. And this is the wig, huh? He was trying to trick us. I do not like the people who are trying to trick the other people.
Says the con artist. Sorry, alleged con artist.
Says the defense lawyer.
If between them they interviewed 1,000 people with red hair, it would be unreasonable to expect them to remember every face.
Okay, do you remember a guy that would just not stop smashing fish and chips into his mouth?
No. Do you?
No, signore. I may be small. But my memory is very large. I never forget a thing. In my opinion, I do not think this man was in the park.
He's not going to give the court a definite, it seems.
Capo, you didn't see a man like this, huh?
No, I do not remember him, and obviously he is dead now. But I assure you, he was not in the park.
Get back. There we go.
Hold it!
But according to what you've said, you spoke with 1,000 or more people that day.
Oui, that's true. My eyes were burning by the end of the day.
Surely then, you can't actually remember every single face. How are you so certain that this particular man wasn't present?
Normally, the red hair is very distinctive, huh? But not when you have 1,000 redheads crowding around. Then it is just an eyesore. What if there was some other information you could to give us that maybe we would recall?
That is not the line, Pepe. Remember, we do not remember him. We are sure of that fact, huh?
Judge, they are actively committing perjury.
They're actively discussing their perjury on the stand.
Judge, are we gonna...
Listen, this is Britain. There's nothing wrong with that.
God fucking damn it. If only this was Canada.
Hey, we don't have any problems with that sort of behavior either.
If there was a man with a red hair, but his mustache did not match the color, then I do not think I got him.
Cosima said that these two had only been shown the photograph. They'd been told nothing else at all. What if I fed them just one other detail about the victim?
The fish and chips.
Ah! He'd be using a fake name. I doubt it's the fish and chips, otherwise they would have been at the crime scene. I certainly appreciate that just knowing the man had red hair wouldn't help you remember in this situation. But what if I told you the man in the red hairpiece was actually a detective?
The man in the photograph? A detective?
Mm-hmm.
It would appear he found your notice in the paper suspicious and decided to investigate incognito.
I'm sorry, but this changes nothing.
Excuse me.
Something to add, Mr. DeRossi? Not one single fucking thought in that head.
Oh wait, I have an emote for this.
See, Remo's adding something. Parmesan all the way. Pepper.
Do you know what that means? Southern Italian. In the north, they add butter.
True.
True. Yes, Chrissy, we're waiting. Oh, yeah, I would do it. Do it. Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome. I made that.
You did terrific. What I mean is, did you not agree with your friend's last remark by any chance?
What did he just say about the detective?
Yeah, that.
Keep your mouth shut, Peppino. You have said enough already.
But why, Capo? What is the problem? There was a man who said, I am an inspector from Scotland Yard.
What?
Good lord.
Holy fucking shit. Another case of perjury.
I'm going in the box again, aren't I?
Order, you shall never leave the box.
Oui.
Explain this volte-face in your testimony, witness.
It's simple. A man who was at the park said to,
There was no such man.
What are you saying, Capo? Have you forgotten,
I have forgotten nothing. Nobody like this came to the park.
Basta, Capo, basta. You beat me at the many things, but not to the memory and the meals. Like I said, when it is time to eat the pasta, no one is a festa.
Wow,
I will kill you.
they are just really hitting up the old stereotypes here.
Yup.
So, is his hair red because of all the beta carotene in tomatoes?
I
Like, is he not actually a redhead? He just eats that much pasta?
I choose to believe yes.
Yes.
But you are inferior to me in every other way. So shut the fuck up.
I feel like Italian redheads would be like a great fucking like post-hardcore band name. And the only vocals are just the sounds of like llamas screaming and spitting.
All right.
I'll make it happen.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
What
this
is your
a
objection,
Wendy's.
counsel? Just flails randomly at the situation.
Destruction was not my intention.
All destruction is 9/10 of the law.
Such devastation was not my intention.
So done. The damage done.
Trop-tard is a French term meaning too late. It's also a musical band. One of the darkest and most elusive bands to come out of Europe?
All right, bad.
That's a place with Norway, so I'm very concerned now.
Bad.
They're signed to Sacred Bones. Apparently, still together. They're from France. For nearly a quarter century, the music of Trop-Tard was lost to the world, trapped in the icy expanse of mid-80s provincial France. The trio self-released Photodrome K7, 1987, and Ils éteignent dans l'obscurité LP, 1988, in extremely limited editions that likely saw little, if any, distribution outside of their native France. Yet these are two of the true coveted jewels in the crown of French Cold Wave. Also known as La Vague Freud, the movement was inspired by British post-punk and legendary producer Martin Hannett, creator of Manchester's Factory Records sound. Looking back now, 25 years later, Trop-Tard stands as one of the purest embodiments of its romantic spirit. I mean, they're all sold out. I'm not gonna lie.
Bonne chance, I hate it.
Today we learned. I win.
Indeed, sir.
Oh, did we convince Flutter to get Scooby-Doo pajamas?
There was a man who came to the park and he said he was an inspector from Scotland Yard. However, he looked nothing like the man in the photo. He was someone else.
Well, how can you be so sure?
Because, to start with, his face was completely different.
See, it's true, it's true. The man who came was the younger. His face was clean shaven, his eyes were sadder, his chin was thinner.
No resemblance whatsoever, then.
Anyway, I was not going to be fooled. I took the obvious precaution and said to him, "If you are really a detective, show us the proof."
See, the cop here, he doesn't take no nonsense, huh?
But he was well prepared. He said he had identification.
Identification? You mean official police inspector's identification?
That is most unconvincing.
I'm sorry, my lord?
Counsel, no incognito inspector would offer his identification for inspection to the people he is investigating. It is quite out of the question.
Have you ever heard of a honeypot?
Yes,
I feel like I've been there.
you are.
Ma'am, please. This is not the stream for that.
Are you sure?
Wait until stream's over.
Definitely. Why would he expose his true identity?
Deep Throat, is that you?
Yes.
Clearly, the papers were vague.
Certo, capo, you are a genius. As we say in Italia, it takes a thief to recognize another, huh?
And what happened after he announced that he was a detective?
He became very annoying. He said, "You are under investigation." So I took his papers from him and chased him out of the park.
It It was fantastico. And look, here is the identification.
You stole it from the man?
He had it coming. He made us very scared. But he was not who he said he was.
It was Shorms.
Indeed, the person described does not appear to have behaved as a valid inspector would. However, I believe it would be prudent for these identification papers to be entered into evidence.
Why do they still have them?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I like them.
They are sentimental.
Sentiment these nuts.
Ooh. The inspector's identification has been entered into the court record.
Now let us return to the witness's testimony.
Allora, this victim has nothing to do with us.
You know, I don't know about that.
Are you sure about that, Luigi?
Well, I suppose we should see what this inspector's identification looks like inside. Yes, it definitely looks fake, doesn't it?
Out of interest, what name is given?
Probably just something plucked out of the air. It's Tobias Gregson? Wait, what?
This Scotland Yard insignia looks genuine to me.
But how?
And the department identification number details are all correct as well.
Gregson! Since when have you known those? Do you mean to say?
That Scotland Yard is incredibly bad at producing convincing documents. And that this is what a genuine identification book issued by Scotland Yard looks like.
That's unbelievable! This is the real thing after all? The details of the inspector's identification have been updated in the court record. Fucking Gregson.
Objection.
I wonder if I could ask you to examine this identification book very closely. Miss Lestrade.
Why Miss Lestrade?
What is your intention here, Counselor?
Just running out the clock. Is this really a fake? Or is it genuine? That's the question, which we can't answer ourselves.
Objection.
Don't be ridiculous. No Scotland Yard detective would allow his or her identification to be stolen.
That is the boss's. No question about it.
Why? Does it smell like fish and chips?
Give it a sniff.
It can't be.
As I suspected. The undercover detective who attended the Red-Headed League's enrollment on the day in question was the real Inspector Gregson, carrying out an incognito investigation.
Poorly, apparently.
Like a dumbass.
Order! Order!
But if the boss had his identifications, he would have reported it straight away. I mean, he was always on me about it. Lose some, report it at once, he'd say.
Could it be then that the inspector was physically unable to report it?
Physically, hey, what are you saying?
Unable to. You're not suggesting.
Yes, it's quite possible that he was killed before he had the chance to report his identification stolen.
No!
Order! Order!
The defense posits that the victim was killed the day before his body was discovered, and at a different location. Do you two have anything to say about that?
Nani?
I know nothing. I done nothing.
Yourselves together, Papino! Mon Dieu, you can behave a little more like a master criminal than that, no?
Now I wish I had returned to the pizza tower.
Stop crying, Peppino, please. Otherwise, I...
Yeah, they definitely sleep with each other.
Lamont, stop your whining and start talking!
I know nothing. I done nothing.
But you will tell everything, or face the worst possible outcome.
You will dry your eyes and testify again. About these identification papers and the precise circumstances by which you came to possess them.
For crying out loud.
We are.
The detective and the identification. On next week's episode. Good job, everybody. We did it.
We looks like we made it.
There we go. Now I got some music.
We took. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know what time it is.
The truth. It is time for the truth.
Oh my god. Jesus. Oh, that'll be a fun one to start out on. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow, just fucking throwing it down the lane,
These
dude.
are the worst criminals in court ever.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, we'd kidnap cops and keep them in our basement.
Legally, that is a joke. Ah, Jesus. Well, hey, that was a good time. Oni only quit 3 times, and Chrissy intentionally ignored us 3 times. So, like, that's, like, pretty fucking good for a streak.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 4. All right, well, we almost made it.
Wait, no, seriously, when did I intentionally?
Oh,
do
no,
that?
I was just being a dick.
It's a bit. It's a bit.
Yeah, that's my bit.
What?
Yeah. That's my bit, caption bot, not my dick. Jesus. Fuck.
I mean,
I don't see it. We're so close. How do we know the difference?
I god, the captions are going to get me fired.
You can't get fired if I quit first.
Fuck you.
We can scrub it in post. Do not worry.
I'm literally just gonna change my resume around that it just says I've worked for like whatever. NDA, redacted, fuck you. Perfect.
Oh, make sure to say "fuck you, hire me."
Oh,
You
dude, I
missed
love
the
that.
second half of that statement.
I fucking love that one. All right. Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why is this position open? What happened? Tell me more.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a shard break.
Tell me why.
I didn't have anything. I wasn't thinking ahead, to be honest. So all I had was just a poop joke.
This whole stream is a mistake.
True.
Tell me why.
It's time for us to go away.
Let's just move on.
No singing.
I want to run
I
Anyway.
think Oni is saying he's tired and wants to go to bed.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and others, the sleepiest little boy, it's Oni Heart.
I'll kill you.
Good night, sweetheart. Sweet dreams, my prince.
I will kill you.
Oh. Yeah, it's me, Onihar. Yeah, I play fighting games and shit and Omega Strikers and whatever.
Omega
And
Striker's
have to
good.
get tucked in.
Make sure you brush your
Cut your hands
teeth.
off.
Brush your teeth. Lon will come read you a bedtime story.
I hate you all.
Do you?
I didn't
You
even
know.
do anything this time.
You, because you said Warrior sucks.
I said Warrior has one skill.
What? Unga Bunga?
Correct.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
It's only because you're paying attention.
Oh, come on. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Hit you because it's Maybelline?
Maybe they're born with it.
Anyway, definitely not French. It's Lania.
No, I'm Robot Boo. Hi, I am, Lonnie. I am definitely not French. I think my English accent is pretty. And I'm gonna play Star Ocean one day and finish it, because I'm almost done with it. Yeah, that's me.
It's a good choice. Definitely eats a lot of carrots, if you know what I mean. It's Shy. Yeah, that's the noise she makes, too. Oh!
Good day. Is that high?
Would you like to report to Windows?
Go on.
This sucks so bad.
This is sounding more
It's
and
a
more like
masterpiece.
down on Parrot.
Upload and report to Microsoft.
Man, oh man. Hi, I'm Shy. I am I'm the Ninja Girl. I play video games. I stream video games. This week, kind of torn as to what I'm going to do. If it's going to be 14, if it's going to be Stardew, which I know people are saying, "Hey, do Stardew," but hey,
Hey, do Stardew.
Hey, do Stardew.
Do Star Hey.
Hey. Do Stardew.
Anyway, yeah, probably possibly expect something on Thursday, maybe another day, depending on what goes where and when. Why? I don't know, but yeah.
Do you really want to phrase it as what goes where? I need to stop. I just need to.
Is this where I pull out a cake and say congrats on the sex?
Anyway, congrats on your new career as
Yeah.
a Stardew streamer.
Yeah.
Next up, due to living in Florida, they'll be handing out aloe for all the burns I've been giving out today. So, everyone say hi and pass the bath salts to Little Sharky.
Actually, that's the new power wash level, is where I just load the pump with aloe and spray the streamer. Anyway, hi.
God, that sounds like a fetish. Is that a fetish?
If it wasn't before, it probably is.
True.
Hey y'all, I'm Sharky. I'm old. I tell you to call your loved ones because I'm old and you never know how much time you have. So take care of yourselves. Have fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And play Omega Strikers because Oni needs something to smile about.
True. And last but not least, saving the best for last. It is their week. Happy International Clown Week, Chrisseries.
Hi, my name is Chris Reeves. I lead the raid group in Final Fantasy XIV, and everything else is on hold while I fix my life.
You know, it's good to do that.
I now demand to see your 14-character clown outfit.
Absolutely not. I'm getting in contact with a realtor tonight, though.
With
Oh
a
yeah.
With a
Realtor.
realtor.
Oh, hell yeah. Welcome to buying a house. It's awesome, but it sucks so bad at the same time. It's like shitting and puking all at once.
Look, I've lived in this apartment for 9 years. I think it's time.
Yeah, no, I agree. My internal biological clock, which doesn't involve babies, is thinking about houses. Just gotta wait it out a little bit. What does that look for, Oni?
Huh? I'm not paying
That-
attention to you.
That's the look of an Oni falling asleep on stream.
All right, with that, I'll do my bit, and we'll go. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I have nothing up my sleeves. I have something in my pants, but that's not going to help for this particular trick. You should go watch House. It's a great television show if you haven't. But hey, thanks for a killer night. I hope you were entertained. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to be doing some Frost and some more Final Fantasy 15. I want to just try and hammer this shit down. Just get it done. It's there. It's time. You know, it's gotta put it where it belongs. But yeah, I hope you all had a great time tonight. I will give you the usual rundown. If you haven't joined us in the Discord, check it out. Come steal our recipes, talk toot, and do everything you gotta do. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube yet, great way to catch up on our content. Just hit the subscribe button. Enjoy. Thank our friends at SkyTech. If you're in the market for a PC, check them out. They got some great customer service as well as pricing on pre-built and custom builds. Tea drinkers, rejoice! I've put together some lovely tea blends with our friends over at Adagio. Proceeds of the sales benefiting the Trevor Project. Last but not least, if you want to support the Stinky Cat Boy and all sorts of things that help me do what I need to do, check out the Throne Wishlist. But for now, let's go find someone to raid, and I will see you all tomorrow.